Hanka many beji oba hanka many beji pa nafi yetimi Ashen Komonwase. Lawyer Chumberema is a member of the NDC National Communications Team. Lawyer,
I'm on for some money out of one who's a mamma how moving already soon chamid. Into what church and microphone we text him no some say. In Tanya and wouldn't see you was someone. And then teachers I would when new station one kai was said you see Boko Bodian and Pabia and Council Bodian and Pabia and and so then there was one more. I just over time when lecturing very much has come here and a fantastic guy and I know I can say. And so when the animal will feel cry. And I mean I come creating what I see. That is a dinner who's that's my that is a lamp.
Lawyer ready. I shall
into a crime demo.
Mati, your point measure evidence no message near this Sunday.
Oh, also CJ doesn't mention your name whenever you are not in the studio. Why have you done anything wrong to him? I don't even know. I don't know who's American. I mean, I'm on 40 when I'm on 40.
Mati.
And the woman's mama how moving.
Mati, Ebesisa, why? One Mahama Budi. Send a come here, Erika Jane house me Bunny. One bad in Bako he mentions Okoboy's name every morning. But I thought Okoboy is your friend. So how come you mention your friend's name and he doesn't mention it? When you're not trying to make it. I'm here.
And
so you have a call here. And come on, and I pay a chicken coma finance and maybe a cock or so. And well, some time ago, a buy now a cock, not some baby, a cock, not some baby, and you wonder how it all, I mean, resurfaces and keeps resurfacing. Now, yeah, boom call for as you be in Wako be in the Bema. Briefly, maybe a passing comment, and then we get into
you see, yeah, so the Caswan as I had sense him,
a chassis free, but and I paid down some man name Choco and a Simon, you know.
You interviewed one when you see a one banner,
and here dance man. Yeah. Yeah.
You see, my point, and I said. So because and the bear my yira and yen another the kind of naki can one who no be acted. The first thing that needs to be, I think there was that we interview woman, we received from one Kaswa MC, right? Kaswa MC, you know about
Anita Love.
I didn't know her, but from that interview, you know, I can say she has a very good way of communicating. Maybe me when the American one year is a my fire star baby. Okay. She was. I've never seen her. I mean, news me hunida. Me nyesho. So me hun krada. But from that very interview, I'm on the grant. Na yes, I say me ya hun komo. Ana mun nidi. And the way she spoke, the tone and everything. Actually, I mean, she knows how to deal with her people, and it's good. I commend her for that. Ninchire munu ema mfado kan bibi na ema nikapa wase sa obi kasa na niko police station. Yama police for na hwe se. They all cannot say. I mean, that is the first evidence that you have to look for. Intinyesa obi tia mu say si jae mi say no na sabi na ya to asi obi so na ye bo no. All right. Na sabi akwala mbo na okan especially a child. E die no sabi eju ba ma ko na hye ho na wo say ayira ndi akoyo. We need to be careful how we react to issues. Okay? Now what media the message to answer one more can be anya no kura no. They should not spread them. Obi bia yachini bia no na asam na kontompo na wo twa na nya no kura no, the law should take its course on that person. They should be punished severely. Na nya enhwesode emafoforo.
Yeah.
Sesi ampampa de nya no kwanso no, and the should be dealt with in a different manner. Ne mumu sa hwinsi ye na also obi no apem me anti and another say na atomia wobra woni mo nyame anim sa nya no kura dia sije. Yes, so I mean this kind of misinformation no say no emoyen. So I think that it should be something that should be say ye kanim. So one more the one who just say bin say hunu sa so no. They should stop it.
Yeah.
They should stop it. Kaso hono come here say ya your man sini was a man sini rather. Man sini bia As I just said, Bonnie,
without any disrespect to,
of course, I mean,
to
making.
yes.
I mean, any bonus, but I come as BBM and who so not one answer a page free.
Yeah.
Obaka, about Bamuak, Kuma, Kitubi, Mr. Bear last year, baby, and non Qualabi, a cocoon. Yeah. Kaswa Chrono, Adanyanka, Yasha videos at the Benebe with TVs and ticket, Nico Jessica. I mean, look at this nonsense. Wo as you call my wouldn't even get. Now we're going to win your card bedding. Huh? Some line now we're below 15 years old. Or even 16 years. They were below 16 years. Wouldn't you see canon now? Then this is going to be. I will coon your Kumas only to be as I would the word Nico Jessica. And then the same region or the same district or municipality, no, then not sensible back no business we know how come say I see me have a commission like they are saying most of them to are force.
Yeah.
Most of them are force. Oh, yes, are now there again. So like I've said, one more actually one more for sending this false signals out there. No? They should be dealt with. Now and yet kind of a benchmark. Now others will follow and be careful.
Okay. Yeah. But that's it. Lawyer Chumberima of the NDC and what's in Kano. Oh yeah.
Now the ultimate man who to me be so only who tell me
and that's all by what Daniel who cram.
Send me sent them Busa, send me who they have to Kufia.
See, you have some higher Kessica.
Man who you but maybe of Ribanintia. If you buy president of Zinja when I was bar and we are not the answer when I was but don't so ref.
Then I had every day.
My high look.
Oh, yeah, Ebia, a win. And
no crown when I see you when you hand. Maybe a free banintia.
Oh,
maybe a free banintia.
Come on, a woman will be calm. Mama, come on, if you are
yeah, if you are, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who was a camera once.
Oh, there we say, now, I bread. Oh, be you know, I done in a near the auntie.
Yeah, Nina, say we have a call.
Oh,
okay, so just a quick opening remarks on allegations of forbidden work will be in the bear mine and
lawyer. The work can be a bear said, Sebi, lawyer will be an adrenaline modo, Bassan and Marie. Mijidi said, man, tear your kind, but Mijidi said your can be a dear, a fast animal. Mijidi say, near ma, M.Y. who here is yes, so. And I, Mijidi said, lawyer, no, baby.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I don't know who Beman and Azia. Yeah,
I don't think a dear say, yes, so, my way, M.Y. Except say, Kaswane and Patamono.
Is it quite a yes at yesterday? Dance man as Sama. CJ. The Asama and
evangelist or software.
I don't know what's in Bemaya.
There be a software nam krum Asama ho baby and our okoto jeans jeans trousers I will be home and the background side and one kind of man be mine to go so brono
and also the main just and the woman check one some person at night
e ko do police station no commander office ro ho na enhwe amuro ya uja francis sen na ntem we
you see, I think it brings back to me saw na me nyini wo Kumasi. Even at a young age, ade ba kwa na even at a young age na ehame me kai pa when I was 5, 6 or so me kai was instant justice na yekuni patu abonte. I mean who be
magazine.
Yes. Me who be brave. So me kai say na me wo sepe me hu ba ko me wo krono me hu ba ko. I mean neme bi a emwa kire say so obi ayem from so a emra na kire kwan a yede nipa na yede efa so. Na the ma sa instant justice no very dangerous ne say one way crab him na nipa na okobo no kromfo na nipa na wo se wa ebone no.
Yes.
Na enyo no put say sofu dia okay. Sofu nam ne baby. Also I ho kan wa isi.
Yeah, your colleague multimedia staff Sunday no ewo choko ono so.
Hey,
yeah.
Omo no.
Yeah. And pay me on kan o ma me ni o mkasa ye no. O me pra no basa.
Say why then?
Say
Oh no, so almost so heading.
Almost say near you can out and how come be man, the bear my auntie. Oh my foot.
I mean, what is this? Now to me, a boo be na. I think say, but you better IGP as he said. Was usually in some way in a bar na abe who ye na ya can na trim. I think this is the first time I made many who say yeah issue press statement on it. IGP the police for say or matching call for be crying and near my be I can't see so dear say and you're not correct.
Yeah.
I didn't see ever bought my bass. So now I say you know more worker. So I said you cry sabi you cry when munyam I say omoye adwumaden say omo be hye kro no munyam no be hye mukena. It's a strategic location between Greater Accra and Central Region. So even though Kaswa falling under Central Region, come here say Greater Accra and sir. So
me come to na me na mfo bu say oh chale me come me watch me Accra me na Accra na fan to us me kasa me what Central Region.
So it's a trade center. Sanka yenuanom omo ho ehu ne sa na omanya so mfa so I think sanka ebeboa ye nyina.
Okay.
Na yakoye nim ti ebesre.
All right, Medasi Kofi Tonto of the MPP. Now, yebeko issues. So, but answer now. Happy birthday going out to this fantastic lady, Adwoa Ejapoma Anson. Adwoa Ejapoma Anson, or you're one of the national communications team members of the National Democratic Congress. Adwoa Ejapoma Anson, it's your birthday today. Happy. Let me say.
Nice girl, and that's a coffee guy and come in, but I ain't.
So, but on an Caribbean.
Oh, everyone heavy.
So, happy birthday to you, Adwoa Ejapoma Anson, and go in Shao Papa. Right, in the Yanko issues, so Sunday and a meeting, a course, so called by the Select Committee on Energy and Mines. Yeah, of fresh stakeholders ni nyina Gridco ni ECG ni Ghana Gas ni Nedco ni VR ni just stakeholders ni nyina be share mu na after the meeting Gridco Adom Nsem atujama ECG so a reply. Now I have the response from ECG ewaha on the current energy crisis. My mankind response no ebinafi ECG would like just portions of it, reasons of the mind. ECG would like to explain its position as follows. 1. It is a fact that Gridco routinely directs ECG system operators to drop load at some of our bulk supply points. But the issue has been the inadequacy between the time these requests are received and the time these requests must be effected to sustain the integrity of the power system, and so for ECG to inform its customers. 2. It's worthy to note that between January and March 2024, 64 requests were received from Gridco for load management. Out of this, 40 were for peak periods, that is from 18 hours to 24 hours, and 24 for off-peak, that is from 06 hours to 16 hours, load management. Out of the 40 peak load requests, 35, which represents 88% of them, were received within an hour to the peak period. There were only 5 instances where ECG received the request between 2 to 3 hours of the peak period. Okay, and then number 3 or say, from January and February 2024, ECG received 17 requests from Gridco to drop load ranging from 880 megawatts to 510 megawatts. In addition, Gridco also disconnected feeder and bulk supply plants. ECG's compliance for the period was 100%. ECG's compliance for the period was 100%. For March 2024, ECG received 46 requests from Gridco to drop loads ranging from 80 megawatts to 500 megawatts. Due to system challenges within ECG's network, we were able to comply with 15, i.e. 33%, out of the 46 requests. In addition to the loads dropped by ECG, Gridco also routinely disconnects additional ECG feeders at BSPs. 5. A compliance rate of 100% for January and February and 33% for March does not support the assertion being made by Gridco that ECG does not comply with load management requests from the SCC. These are just a portions of the reasons are ECG for in their response to Gridco, expressing shock by their allegations of non-compliance with load management instructions. Okay. And I think so honorable Samalatachi and so and which other to just say ECG will issue doomsday timetable soon. And also so Eda Pronso. Kofi my main shassim free after the meeting and matters are arising. Nientia Ghana in my holding into me engine so penny ashe say yen cut it down and I yen stop it export of power. Ninchi a timetable say beba say ember ya frame meeting where we remember the first 10 minutes. I
think say I gave a quite hard dream pa and I said Bako Jumaso na Oberpon na withdrew fee na Kanyeni ho. Na nui ne wishe a dying ahura yesia any designs ahodo aba efepa baby brain so no ade ba kwa yenye ne yie say ventilation no ewo form nti CJC edum o light enumra we ga say ye hwe nso agu so eya hometisem eya ade bia eshabufu so that say say let me kan bia obesori anopa kwa yie ana akwa adwuma do marco school ni ade enen kra nso abe omo de omo heat no omo mpekra omo pe AC champe enti ye besre di kan adesrede na de be magana for say enya ahogono so say ebebasa aban so mpe say ebebasa say sebi o wono mo a omo de enyina mahoden eyo omo dwuma ebekọ ahohihia mu sa enti edi kan de chow passion ko be magana for na yasro mo say nhihye bia yese aban yi bia sene be ya yebetimi akoye ndada mu be se mfie nsun ni a aban yi baaye nhihye de egu akwan mu a yenyina yebegye atom say mfie nsun no mu de na me adom itimi magana nkane agina so a yanti asembo ne bia be se bosumi mienu ni na saa wantwi nyina akoba wantwi na akoba no ewa akwa horo bibre ebi liquid gas asemu a aba ebi nso ye gas a free West African pipeline no eba ebi nso ye maintenance issues onse Ghana ye nyina mahoden no yenya free miamia bibre di kan ye nsuo mu anyina hoden a yenya ansana ye wode ye friend thermal ohwe power plants ahodo a omo power ebi isu gas ebi isu liquid fuel sa power plants ebi ko maintenance about 800 megawatts of it and a maintenance and also e de how kakra aba. Apart from that there were transformer issues and so enti uko areas bit to say adentane some of the major heavy loaded areas are omo problems brother Kasem your friend no double jeopardy as how me no aya kan bo ho or how e di kan ye de grid code nam infidie ne so de ayden aba na ECG de ama mo ofia eno no ye di ho komoyi ena how e to so me no ne say area no enam say nipa na do so panti no ama transformers ne ntimi load na e ho no enti ECG ye transformer we say update men can say as upgrade certain places be brave or more corner or more upgrade. In fact, Kumasi crowd, some of the wires are a day in a one, one corner, ECG person upgrading in an. Enti ni nyina na abeka fua baako amasa o how ye komu no ye ko ye besre ECG ene grade ko se baby edru no saa wetimi wakame wo kan se man kan se no saa niam na ye niam bia yenyi ni se ebeboa nkomo a eso mu di wodam no mo hwe kwan a mo betimi aka mo ti abom no ma ye adwuma de Ghana fo hwehwa na se ye light beso so ati ase CJ otie sabi adwuma wo ye se nyina mo ahodin ni ha ye ntimi nye na wono mo nso a mo tie wi enyina ma ahodin ni ho a omo nso ntimi nye den entie dodo na omo na nipa sen na use battery wireless ade battery shemi nyini se bi kura ho bio so ho enti ye nyina dodo na no nkane ya na use ti ebesre ye nuanom ECG ene grid ko say ye go through challenges ye ma Ghana for who challenges ye go through no na ye mfa hihye ngu akwan mu animanimu ya aban no waye bi da mfie nson ya ye bi ye ba ye de beto ye ne de yatimi aye unse so fa Ghana ye nyina ma hoden nhihye na ye bibi e frɛ no demand and unse mincheche musen krampo capacity a yetimi aya ewo ho capacity available say we die ya hihye a ewo ho ene ewo available capacity nso unse betimi aka say bia yewo 5000 megawatts of installed capacity but sa installed capacity no they are available about 4000 and sana wabehwe peak hours with demand that will be here. Peak hours ni usually no a free base 5-6 p.m. kwa kopim enumre base 11 p.m. no enyina ma hoden dodo sen na ubenya so ati ase and sana wodi ni nyina sisi ani a ubehu se bia na chima kakra wo se akakakra bi a entimi me source nti saa de entimi me source no eno na bema ye dundundundundundum mea bebre usually no say yenya saa deficit na de omo ye ne say major cities any major municipalities and suburbs and urban centers no eno mu dundum ne kane if you say hona demand no do na so ye den efri nti ye be stress yema education no enkofom yemwa na Ghana for enti ohaw no a abanase na yema Ghana fo nso hu kwan a ye fa so asosa ohaw na no ne mra ebedi ansa na yetimi asosa haw no ano obi anya mu ntiase menyi ni se we ade a se yetwe ne bebre Ghana fo won ntiase Ghana fo nipa bi ase ono mu di nkomo a omo bete wase firi se omo hu se wa ye bida it is why you be done as from so abana say oh see I mean say Ghana for no between den biasa it is CJ sana meka no Mpensenpensenmu me bibiri na ye chinyi wa show
but that is where we are now the seeming friction between Gridco and ECG as to what is actually happening. What is the cause of
West African pipeline? Then there was a time I know more maintenance and no buy. And at Twabon, so there was a time I know monso ye maintenance. And sana liquid fuel no nebono akosro kakra. And sana issues of maintenance. Power plants na ye wa ekeka boom say o fa asogli ne hwan o keka ni nyina boom a. Eno na mayenya enyina mahodo no so dodo na no. Ebi ko maintenance. Na no unua obi any ASAP for kasai. Calculation now here say about 800 megawatts and I go through maintenance.
Okay, let me give this information.
Okay.
So the unavailable generating capacity.
Unavailable.
Yes.
Okay.
As we speak, and there are reasons for it. Okay. 3 reasons. It could maintenance. Inadequate fuel and fault. Okay, so here is the picture. So the capacity which is unavailable due to maintenance, it's about 740 megawatts.
Which is what I say, about 800. I
Yes.
said about 800.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then the one which is due to inadequate fuel is about 595 megawatts, and I'll give you the breakdown.
Liquid fuel.
Yeah, and then the 595.
Okay.
Yeah, and due to fault,
Which is
yeah.
faults been on more attribute.
So I'll come there. Due to fault, now 120 megawatts. Okay. So let me give you the unit unavailable due to maintenance.
Okay.
The unit unavailable due to maintenance.
Count 740.
No. I'm giving you the units.
Okay.
So Bui Unit 3.
Okay.
Bui Unit 3, 100 megawatts.
Okay.
It's now down due to maintenance. Twin City Plant, 200 megawatts.
Okay.
It's it's also down.
Sorry. Twin City, that's second
secondary hot no. And then Ameri units is also down 250 megawatts due to maintenance. Siemens unit 80 megawatts. It's also down. Tico unit 110 megawatts. And also is down due to maintenance. And then the unavailable units due to inadequate fuel. Senate 110 megawatts. Yeah. Asogli phase 1 180. KTPP unit 105. AXA unit 200 megawatts. Nina no Kambuma, that is an amount 595. No. Yeah.
And then maintenance.
Yeah. And then those that are
that's
inadequate fuel. Inadequate fuel.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's only one unit that is down due to fault. And we Tico unit 3. 120 megawatts. That is also down.
So this is the generational part now.
Yes.
Fault, there were different aspects of the fault. Generational fault and our can and ya generate here we are great code go omo so a e ba be dru no ye what transformer fault pajo what ya say nti yamfa ne say area has a transformer we na ebe gi anyinama hodin ni nyina na achecha man no sa transformer no usually operating at about capacity level of 85%. But some of the transformers are operating at nearly 100%. What it means is that a new room say mistake biana ebetimi aiden and resolve no. Into a lot of the major areas to say my mema area back to say lakeside. Lakeside, what should the population boomer about lakeside now? It was unplanned for. To me, around last year, and I mean who said lakeside is going to suffer a lot of light of issues because demand nipa ne tuba hono. You could tell say very soon the transformer will have issues. And there were so many areas are more transformer issues in addition to problems yaka ho asem. It is those areas no to say denta ne ade no no lights off no the air time cry. Because a normal process no cry year transformer issues na no so apeke up.
Yeah.
Into a dental area the time cry. Into na make us say ECG about Bontimpo said they are now going to upgrade transformers. Now transformers no so no boarding power. So but ninjinan kenfuano the bottom line is that Ghanaians want electricity. A then ECG any gridco any one more makano which is the generational side no. Awubodin Bui VRA Asogli Tico Hwan omo nyina so ka omo ho abom na omo making sure say we are producing enough. Gridco is carrying the power and then ECG is distributing to our homes. Say ne be ya ebetimi anya nyina mon kane me GDC ebetimi aye okay aye bi da anya problem we should be able to solve this issue.
Yes sir.
Let me comment Kofi Young. So my style of communication. O Canada ya. Membo abaso. One can ye so. O fire no budget. I was just quiet watching and listening. O hwe ni tone no difference and a comment be making here, apologizing to Ghanaians. Sir, the AC and Monfen Chain. Nemo yen shase. You bit me a year, near any year. No come back to us, was dear Ghana for and so binya can near them. Sana politicians, as well, Castle. O fanas, who said on Musi Casa, 1 year energy minister. On your CEO for our MD for what I could call Balkan is ACG, 1 year can 1 year hobby argument. So that's it. She said on Musi or Nuasia Canada. Na your opportunity as said one when you be a media person and question beside the minister. What's it on us? A buffusum. No, Nyabu Tranya could do a catch the yen. A buffusum. Do you think that if he had spoken the way I mean, I come as Yakasa? At on a boss said on West Yakasay, so swaffle. At the need dear Maya, Kewa Gridco, ECG, VR, we independent phone free. Our money directly under the ministry. There are struggles and so on and so forth. The sun power net for only independent power producers. One more energy ministry, but by virtue of their work, they have something to do with the ministry. VRA, Gridco, ECG, a app made downstream institutions which are directly under energy ministry. You know, I've been there before. Yeah. It's the Kawai. Obi akokasa na companies benefits depending on area nso asa company akobedwa da wie maka dede ya ye for dum so hu nyina hu so asa was the energy minister binya botre ne Ghana fo akasa keke infidi na muri adwuma no edan sabu asensem ya wabobɔ so ibeba WAP jam anam biya wasem makɔ WAP conferences with West African ministers for energy. It comprises of Ghana, Togo, Benin, Nigeria. Because of the West African gas pipeline, into one form is a ministerial conference here. Umushia, it discusses WAP, the supply of gas. And I mean, we go there by the time WAP, near conferences. Yako Benin, Yako Nigeria, Yako Togo, Yako being to Crombo Ghana. Umushia discussing the challenges and everything that associates with the West African gas pipeline in one sense. CJ, me hu kura me hu be 2 occasions. The supplying point in Nigeria no am meeting. Man who cry me twice. Ye buku dan ye buku ni room nyina ma no a particular hotel na mpanifo nyina beda. But he or she did show up. So what I say? The question is that do ma ade na mu meeting na mu challenge na mako meeting. Or no supply na ma number. Na unu ara ho se ma wo mu. Oko Nigeria as gas no se wesi no. It's wasted. River State in Delta Hona, they are wasting, they are just flying it into the air. Compress it now, not to go for Yasun Faso, no Muntiaka, Benin for Yasun Faso, Ghana for Yasun Faso, no Muntiaka. The mass of glycerine in a plant in the seed is because of the WAPO. Ebian Conosum also quarter by the way, Nanka Ibia or Picky Free, and the new your friend saying, at 2 hours, but I bring up the most in your scarf for that one. Internet gas in Yamai. It will happen now. What does it?
Yeah. More lawyer Basoha. So I bought President Mills on a 12.
Oh, I mean, no.
Politics aside, they always NDC always credits President Mahama.
Oh well,
Atwabo is President Mills' initiative. He took the loan.
Of course.
But they
absolutely.
Mahama. It's so unfair.
Well, it was at the same can be about the Nakufa administration. Now say we are separate. About me, it's not possible. So if maybe it's because President Moses is no more.
It's no more. Yeah.
That is why they are now who say President Mahama anymore.
But you see, a deliberate idea. Many unko for be brako.
Okay.
You can say Mills Mahama
administration. Fine. Yes.
But even Rich Hospital say, and your President Mahama na yeah. If you look at the records, I was President Mills. But it's almost like we have taken him out. completely. It's unfair. The man
anyway.
lived and he had a legacy.
Oh, of course.
We must respect that legacy.
Yes, I completely.
Yes, China.
I completely the president and
that's true.
And I know it very well.
Yeah.
And Sabi seem to be able to as in the fault and those things.
Yeah.
Once they are machines, it become be your energy. There was one night me boss me a call. I friend saying, Temafianya was a flower road near the Afinia Road.
Yeah.
Afinia Road, no so. Yeah, Greek for substation bio. Bibi was some machines be blasted or Hannah Jimia. And I do soon you to make copy of us. I just think it. I am no Martin to me see.
Yeah.
Once I am machine man be with me as you. Make I just over the weekend. Me there's some 2 days. Friday, Saturday, you never light. Light and buy me who's a and you'll be a kind of so media my. So I have to go to my fuse box and at least the man light and a triple of Nintendo. Fuse now every key in. Anna, me san constitution off as I didn't buy one as I feel light me be a system. But the Kenyan see him into the papa. Since the money banana phone with the air coswa, there's no problem. What timetables I mean, CJ. The only time you issue a timetable is where there is what you call doom so. And I will just go by the simplest definition given by Nanado. Was it when the light goes off and comes back? Doom so. There's no other name to give to it. That is the definition Nanado gave it to it, and I agree with him perfectly. Can you do Nessa Bank one day? It would do no, I know, what's so? So it's doom so. And yeah, timetable Benyasiena, CJ. Who can you for settlements? No, baby. Now answer one more. So they have complied with a year load shedding. When was the first time or last time who said ECG for population load shedding amount? In recent times, I just started the day. I can't afford doing so. When last did you see one?
I think the last time was by transformer issues. Yeah, say from 7 p.m. to 11.
Thank you.
But was it 630 transformers?
I was say they've had about 100% compliance.
Yeah.
So now can okay. As one brave must do so be anyhow. Now you are saying that you have complied with obedience for them. I said and I drop a load or something. So how do you drop it and you are still saying why go with the load shedding or load management in India be time to what you have been complying with it. So the question is it that you comply with it at the blind side of the consumers?
But my main kind that point I say a compliance rate of 100% for January and February and 33% for March does not support the assertion being made by Gridco.
January, February, March. Was it the last time I won't be? What probably Mamma Samika? No be a lance in Magana for an woman say, area or no, one told that what is that? He see you for the time. She might. What I say? But so the possibility is that you are complying at the blind side of we the consumers.
But as some Gridco for also can say, and yeah, easy for can say, Gridco for a more information.
I'll come there.
Okay.
I'll come there.
Okay.
But my first point is we now yet. I mean, we know only ECG because Ghanaians can never have anything to do with Gridco or VR.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
You don't even understand how they even work. So, first, I need to break my Gridco. Maybe some more questions. Now, they are not severe for a beer. I didn't be a friend of Gridco. Or no, say yes, one never transmitted for what I asked this question to get some better education because I'm a who the engine person woman to grab a fee. Going can say can if I cause more and a fee a yapon. But you need to understand their duties and their role very well. And son of will be a dear OD. The enemies and can be if you need for the Mayan. Okay, it's the easy in the Mayan. That's at some point can now see a mal directive say. A baby saying Dumkani and a baby saying the because of ABCD. What's what comply with some majority 100% even some months and some 30% in some other months. That is fine. But the question is, were your customers in the know? Did we know that was what you were doing? Or you were doing it at our blind side? The obvious answer here to my Leonard brother and friend Dubik and say, you were doing it at the blind side of us. Why am I money? Because we didn't know. CJ, Who now maybe I would tell can you do me well who timetable be ada. Yeah, I can't know. So that is the reality. And nay timetable, yes, what is our timetable? According to energy minister, no, or a member for was it why will you wish for evil? Timetable never an evil product I mean to go for. Hey, you read a new. Not so black and white to quite demonstration for doom so non kai. So what I say? So now let me on the issue of Greek for time and momentum.
Yeah.
Greek, I mean, was sometimes even 1 hour to the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
The question is, if you really want them to give their customers more Greek, more customer and ECG.
Yeah.
Greek for customer and ECG. Their key customer is ECG. And Netco. Almost 2 customers.
Yeah.
Netco for free brown half original all the way to the last nothing Paga or whatever the last time. I Netco. Then ECG for the starting belt. Now, from Ashanti region all the way to and Klein Capos, whatever, Takradi, who and the Gakamina. ECG. It's one more 2 key customers. ECG for us were the biggest chunk of customers because Montana or one more around.
Yeah.
I carry the highest population. So far as Ghana is concerned. It was customers in those power. Now man noticing 1 hour 1 hour to time now person on drop no can. Sabra no on phone and frame and answer on send me WhatsApp. Me bisa usije. Sabra now was 1 hour to the time now was I feel agree for this grammar ECG. Now I said to Big Mahama send me a text and answer WhatsApp catch them say chum and I go for don't. What can any be doing the next 1 hour so get ready. Let's be reasonable sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's be reasonable sometimes. Sabi a kwan near you and count down. CJ. Na count down was a kwano. A trace of them crowd when you enter. More I come as a be a mudo donara. Be an more your friend is saying. And then plan to say then generators and crowd about Umufin to you wouldn't feel how crowd be on phone. Now, many one will be. ACF, no. You do never high. Memon day, CJ. Madame for Pa Benjamin Suma, Mangobi.
Ading.
Not the end of Masako. Messana Pano. Oh, Nabatra coffee. No, Nabatra, mechanical panacho. I'm telling you honestly. And you're going to pursue. Namin is a wedding Brian Pantana Pano. Friday, Madame Friday, my dear chin. Think and serve about Saturday. To Ben and I'm friends of wedding and a pan, I said, you're not your baby when I'm so kid. And I do make any idea. But I'm praying that I'm not have a number. Minyan Sunday 11. Sunday 11. So the only option I have was to just send him something, whatever I could moment. But we were coming. Because so there was a fault, and that the fault was communicated. The question is, were your customers aware? How many times do you hear ECG announcing? Say, "Bia, you bedroom can our this facility." How many times do you hear radio people telling you, say, "You bedroom can our this area"? So people there should be mindful. From 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. You bedroom can what to be that? Money any you. Na se nipa ni wa woni ho. Se you be anu a obaje kan ya no, there will be no company called ECG. Tirie. So bia decide say meso bobo e wo me fie. Meso Aladdin e wo me fie. Me mpele electricity a. Me say wo ba yen nyam kan na ato agu afa so bia maso. Ye pani ye hianti ana wo ye. Etiane ye ni. Ye pa ye hianti ana wo ya ma yen. Etiane ye ni. And maybe a boss unavailable due to fuel and those things, the faults, we can't really query them. Fuel, no, I find as a feedback. Because some of the plants need one message. A bit me for a be a dual, a boat for crude, gas inside at the same time. To do it for dual, and as Jenna said gas in a be a man, woman crude, it can generate for you.
Yeah.
A BC a soul. Which means that on a single lane and on be a gas you can offer. It's even to be a soglidia boarding. Sasoglidia gas as I know say gas community be a name one change to do ala. But one more commissioner, I remember that time my boss you visited one and I don't know. Now you're just gas. I used to be at the energy ministry at the minister's office, yes.
Okay.
Enti na minimum say na soglia gas nkwan. It be a become one stand to be corrected. But say gas and quantas and the wap what it means that they cannot work. So automatically our struggle will go down. But when you communicate, neati nti obi mabo pum mo bisa de be twan say ye bon pa ye say kana mo de for gas and mo ko tua ma gas mi jane etimra simplicity communication. But where you refuse to do the needful, you bring us to this point that we'll be battling with a simple matter. At one breath, you see, no timetable. At one breath, committee chair in parliament say timetable is inevitable. I will say about all cost. Which is which?
Lawyer Sifan Mami.
Merci.
But that's it. Adom 106.3 FM. Comments kakra wa ha ba me enkenka kwekutando or say Ghanaians are paying for bills. So what are the problems facing Dumso? It's all about debt. Where are the monies worth for other maintenance and fueling? Kwekutando is asking. And we so as a okay, we found common okay. We say today you are talking happily because what you desire is going on. Because what you desire is going on. Past talking about doing so. Mind you that no matter what happens to our source of light, it does not give you and your party the benefit to be gaining sympathy from the citizens. About Facebook, I don't know. No, Pepe, Kofi. Fuabo, Kwane Kosro. Kofi, go for oil in what's happening? Let's deal with that as our second issue.
Go for oil there. So how I need to say there was a time BOG had to put a stop to it for some time. And I already if he said BOG because I said they are halting good for oil. On say Enra Krana na making kind say Saudi Arabia said they are going to increase their prices again. Meaning say lawyer who sa story now and for crude. Me who story bisa na man to me anyamre anken kan one of the stories now a pass it through no the atiane say enema be mienu miensa bi na e koso sisi na migusu ameye me hwehwe mu enti no we akoye nkomo a yedi metimi a kire ma adwen ba komi no edi kan on say usually no the first quarter leading into the second quarter no na yehu depreciation of the cedi. The entire this ebane say one more omabe bie nwuma kese wo man mu no say omoye omadwuma ni nyina wie na afe ne so a bosono miensan ne nan edi kan no na saa adwuma omoye wo man mu nyina no omodane ani ede ko broni sika mu e friend dollar no omode ko omukrum into your friend repatriation of profit into the first quarter no you see that into especially Ghana the exogenous shocks are nya yentia ama ye dollar no ni cedi ahode ni so hwehwan no se saade we sa bebomu a na amano se tekofom bio. The atosu bio ni say yenuanu mo Nigerians so are going through a lot of challenges, especially the naira. They say the Nigeria, the second home. The naira is seriously suffering. the naira is seriously suffering. Yes, depreciating. I think the last quarter about 6 to 10% or so, but the naira is worse. Eti yenuanu bi fa kwati kwan so eba Ghana ebepe dollars no bi wa ha na almost ade akọ back ade a epija no mu pa ema no homene so ewo sub region ha eno nso ya ade a edi enya kakra na say dollar no ahoɔden no kɔ soro bebree na cedi no ɛba fam a ɛnam kwan a yɛfa so price petrol ntino bonus animu na petrol bo no ɛkɔ soro deɛ tie ni sɛ yɛfrɛ bibi forward sales me na mekɔ kra petrol de ba no sɛ mehu sɛ dollar na hoɔden ɛkɔ soro a animu na no meto petrol ne bo no ɛfiri sɛ mepɛ sɛ menya sika dodo a sɛ deɛ makɔ kra ba ne sana sɛ mekɔ kra foforɔ a menya dollar no dodo na me de ayɛ akɔkra mebacho mu da hɔ enti even though petrol for na bia wonya nkɔkra bi maaye no deɛ ɔtɔn no sisiɛ no obepagya ne bonim sɛne ɛbɛyɛ a ɛkyena chi ɔtɔn wie na ɔkɔkra foforɔ aba obenya dollar dodo na ɔde akɔkra ba ɛno nti na obehu sɛ saa adeɛ no si asese petrol no ɛsɛ pagya no sɛ obɛhwɛ a nyame adom yɛkɔ into last end of last year by abedru be 10 ɛna sisi asa pagya no mu biwa ɛnam repatriation of the currency and then also the sub-region demand for the dollar some people Ghana pe dollar ni bi di akɔno ama dollar na hoɔden no apagya enti ɛno na akɔfa saa nneɛma we nyina ba yɛnka ne yɛnte aseɛ sɛ gold for oil no na enye 100% bajo na onim sa Ghana fangu a na ye use no se wo hwɛ the total demand fangu ni nyina on say fangu na ye ka ho asɛm a na Ghana for free say de digu ka mu nko a ye aban ne kokra petrol okra diesel and all other forms of petroleum products and okra and no bosumi bia no ye kra about 374,000 metric tons. So 374,000 metric tons no. The gold for oil ne be ne say mu be wo hamu abupan aduonu 20%. Na inchi se nka be pagya ne mu aduru 50%. Enti ebeboa ma ete how no so. But gold for oil ama meyi demand ni nyina anya den and free ho. Very very important say Ghana for benyanti asesa. If you say kane no na nke be here $200 million and now oil prices a cost running now if you here $400 million a month for the same 347,000 metric tons. The gold for oil ne be and say $400 million now see here a month no. Me shan so hamu abupan aduonu. The man say me shan so be 80 million in free so bosumi bia. So bajo enti to shan so bosumi 80 million na. Then we do something called weighted average. Enti dollar no now say dollar no dodo na uhia no eswe hwan enti no. Na odi kakra be fra no etimi ma de daachi no obehia dollar dodo na nti otutututu no or bread eno no so ayede eno ho ase. That was the purpose of the gold for oil. Ene moa de be boa ya nti a ema petrol ne bo no timi ba fomo. Unfortunately IMF nhihye ya yede ehu wura mu ne ade ne nti no ama tabo abeto so a ema yentimi nya.
But is it still an option? Go for oil.
Of course, it's always an option. Say Bank of Ghana
and Governor Ekopi parliamentary select.
It's still an option.
Yes.
Okay, it's still an option. Your minor decision. Say baby, I was here. No, we have an arrangement with IMF, etc. So I buy free. Say okay, baby, as I say, petrol, bono say ko, any dollar no, ahoɔden a enya no. Say free say ni manimu ya yensan fa good for oil yensan shemu knebio na emwa. Why not? Abano may very well do that. But gold for oil was a stopgap measure. E ka se bibi a stopgap measure. As chilene say e bibi a ye ni mprempren e de asi bibi ano. Wo ye bibi mprempren de asi bibi ano. Be nye bibi a wo ye say dachi afebo ade. So it was gold for oil was a stopgap measure to make sure say bibi ane no yebetue ano no.
Okay, so let me quote the governor and copy Public Accounts Committee. I'll say, this is an intervention which was very critical in the heat of the crisis. Yes, the foreign exchange market is functioning better than it was in 2022. Oil prices have come down much better than they were in 2022. The situation is much better now than it was in 2022 when the gold for oil policy was introduced.
Yeah, so no, there's a fact. It's an established fact. Says and you're good for oil like introduced soon, 2023 now. By now it be on petrol in number 18, 19 or something. But what I say, and only a stop or how na ye common. And now if you say baby I do na be one IMF and say into a buy and the internet say a gym. Abane person sa akofa bia obetimi asa akofa megidi sen hyehyɛ ɛwɔ hɔ a mpanyimfoɔ bɛyɛ me no ka sɛ nkomodie bebree kɔso sɛ ne bɛyɛ a mpanyimfoɔ de nneɛma bɛgu akwan mu na yɛtimi sa de petrol no asa aba fon bio te sɛ deɛ me kan sɛ ohwɛ October November 2022 diesel koya kodru 23 cedis so obekaya Emma petrol so drew 18 cedis. And I timi twenya middle of last year muhonafe about 10 cedis. And I feel SM man home in should Enti aban betimi de nhyehyɛ asɛ
okay.
Manasa.
Okay. All right. Me that's it. Kofitonto of the MPP and ATN and Kanepacho CBG ewo digital platforms and our channels bebrea and na uti ufie utimi etua niema eka the safe, smart and convenient way to make your online purchases, account withdrawals, point of sales, device payment, Momo transfers, interbank transfers, airtime purchase, utility bill payment and many more. Enti CBG NMA sa kwanya hudo nyina 114 branches na bia wodo ani kire onma utimi edi dwuma ewo ho ananso so utna ofie na wadi usika se ho totoye nyina kama wo dial star 924 hash star 924 hash USSD mobile banking service eno edemu ho ede ema CBG mobile app no so ewo ho abetimi edi adwuma Ghana link cards ewo ho Mastercard classic ewo ho and a Mastercard gold enso so ewo ho enti wo twɛn de CBG ema wo akwanya bebre ye mu bia no betimi aboa ma atoto sikasem eye for CBG 0302 216 000 now on CBG atwetwe nkomo CBG we stand with you. Council. I remember when.
CJ. Petrol. Me fuel 7 there. Me be for different angles we break. Say Bible can say me so 6 betimi am nipa nyina ntena woden.
Asundwem.
Se betimi sebetimi akamuni nipa nyina ntena wasondwe mu di ama ya bedu ha nyina ne say and fuel whether we like it or not you be in politics you be kasa ban bi modern man swani ntia because obi di yes hanra empanifo so bubi se ba bi amrosan hwe agu ne hwempa hoda nti se waye no aka ho se waye no aka ho hwe mbia besen ko na petrol 1 liter ne nuru 4 Ghana cedis enro 4 cedis ne nuru nanso yenya nipa mienu bia na epetumi sabre no wo mamu ha another dan kwakufo ado na bade shi Dr. Baumi and one one so petumi Dr. Baumi ase usuma Ghana fo me hard work mbon homodin the tractor drivers, the taxi drivers, the private car drivers or owners adanya aban not to sabre no take very insensitive decision and no say ya to petrol CJ sa no ma yeti ase So what to petrol more? A very insensitive decision. Itina mbu ben se ben panin se ba bia mo san fi agu no ehwan pa ho de odi afrase no ntia na ye de no abeto aso ye nya ya nanka wa amfa sa na mfrase nanka ya afa meto aso ye nya nanka ya anhyase no rabi sa maka ne ya afa meto aso nanka ya kan the causes and what to do to prevent this from happening. Simplicity nanka ya ko yanim. But we made it politics. And then maybe a very simple question. Are you not crying for the same commercial drivers? The taxi drivers? The truck drivers? The Uber? Whatever. And the Uber no say my cry driver be. And Michelle lady be
yeah.
I was surprised. Me who the car na who say atron say na say Uber no my na drive Uber no be.
Yeah.
Me who that. I saw one around Joe baby.
Yeah.
The private car when they send out so small you know. And that's 1 liter and then roof for cities have been also small and I'm 15 cities so senior. Are you still crying for us? Do you still feel our pain? I don't know anyone can want some. I don't know anyone can want some in why you didn't have. I'm asking you. Because it is worse than the time that you are commenting about. Worse no, that's about me. Worse no. CJ, I remember IMF document here. I policy I facing name. Policy document almost can be almost on policy document. I'm only buying one. I remember one of the statement almost can. Okay, good. I've seen it. I'm reading from page 13, paragraph 24. And paragraph 24, no con down kakra. There's a sub paragraph. I think Roman number V. Or say to address. Okay, heading here. To address these challenges to achieve the program's revenue mobilization objectives, the authorities are preparing a medium-term strategy, MTRS rather. Sorry. Now V was say. Automatically adjusting fuel levies by exchange rate movement or inflation. So in simple terms, you know, so inflation you cost petrol bobe cost. In simple terms, exchange rate cost petrol bobe cost. Who's that dollar? And you say 13 cities. Sasan is there, can
yeah.
And then we do Vietnam. See me, idea is Netflix. Oh, so $1 rate, no?
Yeah.
Now, me try from my account to be CD. Now, see, you try, let me check the idea. Me bought 13.8 to come to check. I still had never received. Hey, you know, the end of that.
So, I know why who is about to be our mom rate. Yeah.
Because me can't come because I'm not going to go fit as a better. Not go because I didn't 13. Okay, go fit. And run. BOG rate now can.
Yeah, BOG rate.
Okay, now can BOG rate. Okay, that's fine. So I was like, now even because even say BOG rate by 13. That's how they ever talk 13.5. So at least can get them one.
Netflix for the Joseph.
I'm saying I didn't know.
Now who use bank rate? Normal bank rate.
Well, some me bank
card are usually not high.
Okay,
and the case.
Exactly. So
bank rate will be.
Yeah, so now in simple terms, the exchange rate is high.
Because
and automatically
banks no omo charge other fees shemu.
Okay.
And omo rate no higher than what ukwa now could use scan you see that
of course they will charge you, of course. Even have so even some use a bank card. Now you could have fidelity machine one. They also charge you higher than use fidelity now anyway. So the point I'm making is that exchange rate cost and affect you. Do you know one of our problems BMC? When Mr. Fuel is using $100, you're from Montana.
Yeah, because you're a net importer.
Yeah.
Now, me how pa me who said, I buy another supposed or so put to one I didn't say. Sure, see my crime at tomorrow you'll find you Yajuma. You ain't this problem.
How?
Okay, let me tell you how. Tomorrow refinery, one producer crowd, the capacity so to my 70% of our consumption. So refining crude. I was talking about 70% of our consumption, and not just petrol yebenya free mu yebenya petrol, aviation fuel, diesel, gas and other things from it. One crude na our no refine ma no. We benya say any man nan ya mabo din nyina from it out our higher gan higher. It is a toy adwuma naso ya obi bia wonim petrol nsem beka tro say petrol won be form stabilize because unko fa bonte ma with high price ni biem. It was no 70% na ya ma BDC is no 30%. But now na ya BDC 100% because toy is not working. BDC is near 100%. To agu. Ya changes CEOs under this government to bear 7 times. Still, do you understand? No improvement.
I think there's a new board.
There's a new board, yes.
Yeah, there's a new board.
Assembly.
There's a new board.
Lawyer, assembly. Yeah, can't assembly.
What do you say?
I'm buying over the years.
No,
somehow I've had challenges.
It is true. It is true, but
why?
As a main cash crown, main cash crown. Main cash crown. And right, yeah, a word.
Man, find word that don't bring a word here.
Because a word at time and someone can also
don't bring a word that
can be a many problem. The fact remains that a word that could time Tor was refining crude and they were making revenue. No, and their time they are not.
On Tema East MP on about Shy or Dampton, not here. During his time, no million. Now on J property rate if you talk for her, and they were making profit.
Of course.
And then
during his time, they were making what profit. Go and look at Tor books.
Oh,
go and look at
2015.
Go and look at the books.
I can challenge you anywhere, sir. Me say as of 2017 January, I'm taking over. No, Tor was stronger than any time.
Oh, please.
I can challenge you anywhere. Ask one first CEO, MP4. Isaac Osei.
Isaac Osei, yeah.
No, I don't think
take from him.
Isaac Osei was the
take from him.
first.
He's the first CEO. Or MD or whatever.
Lawyer.
Okay.
Lawyer.
Go let me flow and land.
Me checking to na me so me baby a ubodi no.
Me say my in land now will be can work.
Check it. Hwe, ma me ka asem kire.
Kofi.
Man can person can na do.
No. Say barrel. You need to have machines that are efficient to the extent say who refine a barrel at least be 80% to 90% of what you refined. A word time. Sometimes they were doing below 50% of the barrel. Go and check. Masa, mama make Nsem say ye mechanic ko. Let's not anybody just come and sit here.
Okay.
Go and find the data and come and analyze it here. Some of us will ask.
Under the current administration, how is Tor faring?
That's one of the engineer I just said it.
No, but you are saying that under Wadakun, Tor was doing.
They left debt. Wadakun was in charge of 2 agencies. Meboa. Do you know? Now only
yes.
Agencies men are not in charge. Bost and Tor. Go and ask where he took money from to come and run Tor. Please. Let's get the professionals to come and sit here and talk about the issue.
The fact simple remains. Me say, and I'm repeating myself. Tema oil refinery was working and was effective, efficient under John Dramani Mahama 2016 latest. Me say, not Tor Yejuma. Tor workers were not running away to Qatar and Afghanistan. Under your government, what me under 7 years and me say Tor my for Afghanistan. Go and check. Tor is dead. Now they want to sell Tor and father.
Oh, how?
They are planning to settle. I'm telling you, they are planning to settle. Now, I didn't hear it. So, I had the money. So, on mine to me, and regularity, and I say, yeah, you're talking about the baby. Me say, Tor was efficient. Tor was working. Tor was on his feet. And that come a word. One year, he was able to refine not less than 1 million barrels under his term. Challenge me now. Go and ask. As I was saying, so when he took over Tor, what did he take over of? Papa, as they say. As managing director. What's all them?
But there were challenges.
CJ.
When it took over.
CJ, me say, no. Coffee mommy flow.
Next week. Me person me lawyer.
Next week Tuesday.
Yes, me lawyer but never discuss it all.
Mini problem.
The state of talk.
Mini problem.
Let's come and discuss it.
Me say,
I will bring all the necessary documents.
You guys have collapsed.
We can do that.
You guys have
Tuesday.
collapsed. That is a fact.
As a concern,
you guys have collapsed. Me must go be a major credit. Me say. Adwuma kwa me word akoye ya say onu besom is better than any other person. I will take you over and Otanwa. How come say aban baako CJ? How come say aban baako no motuma change managing directors in Eco 7 for one institution? Ni nyina chi ne gozi hwe. 7 MDs different boards. 7 MDs different boards. Obi about
next week let's come and discuss.
But Sanka told na na so ya. Sanka to ye dwuma ya mesika petrol price enu obi adwuma. Ask any person. Over Fredan kana mo anu nyane buso.
What is the way forward?
The way forward is a let to work. Mato has everything. And na told me say was to crude and the sent you.
See
to as to crude and the sent you. Busano
No.
As a CJ, as a CJ.
Okay.
Oh my main can
no. Oh, coffee mommy flola.
Coffee don't to pa.
Oh, cause I'm a team. The American I know that okay. Tell me, CJ, me this now I want to ask. Me say the solution to your fuel prices are cost.
Yes.
And so was a toy aduma. Me say toll capacity the 1 mile cover my 70% of our national consumption of fuel. So we are the same wa. CJ, one got 100% for my market say exchange rate cost into also told him. And sisa me say ask the so-called energy people, they will tell you. Kadema kan kire o me say me twimber ma say to onya adwumanti na nti na ye brekese na to ba adwuma say how be fom na o kasa me boa. The next issue you say taxes are ye increase no on I mean from the MPA column on fuel. And no so e dia e kum and say e di fuel to ni nya pa. O be so ti bi.
Sanitation levy no na o come.
If it be boss margin, then you add the food on so. The other ones, I took note of them yesterday, but I'm saying note to him. I'm sure I'm in home. But man can boss margin the amount.
These figures, no.
Oh, Kofila.
The loyalty. These figures.
No problem. We have less than 5 minutes.
They make it simple. Mr. Say my coin, not ye taxes ni bi. As a free fool or some so.
Yeah.
Now you're my toad, and I got a century to the moment to me. Gentle, how they may have them grow. Your cancer watch $1 and know what $1 more than $50 and number before. So I will not even waste my time on that one because this government cannot do anything by exchange rate. About way of to swing from Baumian Nanakufuadu to the last person in this political party MPP. Nobody can do something about anything called exchange rate in this country. Because almost say Bobby Abbey. And then they still don't know one number be all corner with him the guy.
And this is me.
Of course, now yet not $1.
Then number I found.
We will stabilize it.
How?
Oh, the worst same way we did it now and stable. I know say and boy worst one.
How?
The very one that we did that and one.
So tell us how you are going to do it.
You saw it now. Well, who you are here. You saw it. Well, who you did not see it.
Now tell us
how. Did you not see it? Did not see.
Okay, granted, man. So tell us how you did it.
I cannot grant say where. I know where you are coming from.
How did you do it?
How said
how is the NDC going to stabilize the dollar?
And I'm saying, you will not push me. Why would you
push?
I will strongly disagree with you. Men know not doing that. You saw it.
Thank you very much.
You saw it. You took it as well.
Kofi, sorry.
So what you try to say what you for? Where who's $9 is stable? CJ,
but that's it.
No, me honestly don't know but me time na kanya fama no.
Me time na
so what try to say
2 minutes.
Where who say time stabilize $1. Have you been fair to Ghanaians?
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Anyway,
if I was saying, yeah, connect 3.79.
No. More connect 4.3.
4.3.
January 2017 was 4.3.
January which date?
2017.
January which date in January?
Now January.
You took over 7th January. Who na the call for? Who na the call for? Kofi, who na the call for? Me yeah, who na the call for? January.
Sorry. Time now. Let's remember.
It was true.
Oh,
Kofi.
It wasn't.
Let's remember.
January na go. January date. Who tell you to already
CJ. He say me can't journalist now.
Why? No, never know about half from journalist.
Who now a journalist? No, you know me busa.
Because I'm sorry.
The taxes there were petrol.
Yeah.
Is it a percentage of the cost, or they are absolute values? Say we are 10 pesos, 15 pesos.
The taxes are values.
They are values.
The values have been increased.
No, which values were increased?
They have been increased by MP.
No. Meba. Oh, let me talk. MPA even issued a statement just last week. Meba, so even some of the year what petrol no mu yefi or rather last week. Last week. No, increasing boss margin from where to where? From where to where? From what value to what value? No, yes, it all. From what value to what value? What are you talking about? MPA rather last week took away some of the things on the torso, but all the other values are 10 pesos here, 5 pesos here, 20 pesos here, etc. The last time I did the math, it's about 2 cedis, 40 pesos. All the taxes on petrol, it's about 2 cedis, 40 pesos. So, yeah, per liter. Yeah, per liter na ekran. That's a per liter na ekran.
Per liter. Abi akoto
That be now can 40. That be now can 40. That's the point.
Kofi. Me say. No. Nobody's doing propaganda. Me say somebody na come Ghana for ntia say. E per liter. It is a metal liter ndo do. That means something is going up more.
And you later want some.
What I say, two cities something I work on. And yes, Kakito be one is be naked to him. Multiply it by the number of liters somebody will buy. That will tell you how much the person is paying.
Taxes no cost. Rona make sure it's not a percentage off.
Me say
to influence the rate of it. And I make an
Mama menda masi. Na yemfesi kufiejo.
Next week meneno.
Yeah.
And
yes, on tour.
Of course,
on tour. Yes, next week Tuesday on tour. Thank you very much for coming.